Hey, Melissa here, and today I want to share with you this incredible discovery that I have discovered, which is making 50% to 100% returns in commodity options trading. And guess what? You get the result within 2 weeks to 2 months, right? So it's not like you have to wait for a year. And before I go on, I just wanted to say if you're thinking like, oh no, but this is dangerous and this is not for me, hang on a minute. This is totally not dangerous because we do have a system and a method that works. And I will be sharing with you how that works later on in this webinar, okay? All right, so let me share with you a little bit about myself. I'm 53 years old, and if you had actually told me that um, do trading like 10 years ago, I would not be interested and I could have kicked myself for it because really it is something that, looking back now, I would really want to start when I'm younger and not at 53. However, I think everything happens for a reason, and I'm doing this right now at this stage in my life, right? Which is cool as well. And if you are in your 50s, it is really not too late. And if you're younger, it is even better. All right. So I started trading and got to know in the world of trading in 2018. That was October. And I started with spot on Forex, and that was like the most horrifying experience. I lost a lot of money. And I tell people that if you go spot trading on Forex, you can lose money faster than you can count from 1 to 10. The downside of spot trading, which I don't like, especially if it's Forex, is that I don't have any peace of mind. I'm constantly looking at the screen. I'm constantly worried. I'm actually a wreck, right? I would be like having dark circles in my eye and looking totally upset, especially when I'm losing money. So if you have been doing spot trading on Forex before, you would know how that feels. And if this is another opportunity for you to look at something else, then this is definitely, from my experience, something that is relatively safe simply because of the method that we have and the methodology that we have that works. All right. And I will be sharing with that in a while. All right. So having said that, I've actually, when I first started with spot trading and even trading on options, but it wasn't on commodity, it was on index and an instrument called Wix. I have also lost money because it is just difficult, right, to be dealing with this kind of instrument. And so when I discovered commodity, it is really like my eyes open up and it is a different animal, which is why I'm talking specifically about this, which you would want to hear me out because what I'm telling you, you guys and you girls out there is, you want to build a portfolio that you can rely on. And this is really financial freedom because it is something that you can, like you can build like I would even say like a nest. So if you are having a job right now, this is something that you can totally build, and in time to come, this will be like really the income that can be generated for you, right? Consistently. And if I didn't forget, I would like to say you can do this consistently and you can generate income consistently, and that is something that is very hard to do in trading, but it is totally possible and there is a way and a method to do it. Okay. So, um, yeah, I mean, basically, if you have any question, please, I'm having this video on YouTube and I'm having this video as well in my Facebook page. So if you have any question, please put down your comments below. And if you're seeing this video through whatever means, you can always reach out to me through Fabulous at 50s. Direct message me and I will be able to respond to you if you have any questions, and email me as well. I should have my email link somewhere, but the fastest way and the fastest response is through my Facebook page called Fabulous at 50s. All right. So let me continue on to share with you this amazing thing that I found, and it is not, like it's not a dream, it's real. um, so the first thing that I would like to share with you as to why it actually works, like why do we or rather do I have 50 to 100% return every time, and I know the turnaround time is 2 weeks to 2 months, right? And it is not something that you have to wait forever. I think another instrument that I would like to compare it with is cryptocurrencies. Like, you know, cryptocurrencies at this moment that I'm recording the video is a craze and is really hot. But cryptocurrencies is highly dangerous, right? You know that when you go in, especially to alternate coins, and if you buy 10 coins, you don't actually know which coin will actually be fruitful, and you have to wait, and you actually don't know how long you need to wait, right? And because in commodities we have a system that works, I can tell you it's between 2 weeks to 2 months. All right. And the other thing is, I can even tell you like the average returns that we get, right? And so, what else do I want to say? Yeah. So the other thing is, really, I forgot my thoughts. Never mind. I'm just going to go on. Okay, so let me tell you how this works, right? And why it is so amazing. So, commodity, as you know, will never ever go to zero, right? And for those of you who are like new to commodity and you're saying, like, oh my God, commodity is so volatile, blah, 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 whatever. I'm here to tell you that commodity, the really good part of it is it will never go to zero. Cryptocurrencies can go to zero, especially if you're investing in some alternate coins that are unheard of. Um, Stocks can go to zero. Yeah, even reputable companies sometimes can actually close down. But commodity will never ever go to zero because commodities are things like coffee, sugar, cotton, gold, platinum, silver, like the sort of stuff that people need on a day-to-day basis. And you will never be able to walk into a shop and say, "Give me some sugar for free," or "I want a coffee for free." You have to actually buy them, and there are people like Starbucks who sells coffee, obviously. So anyway, that's just a little bit of a digression to let you know and understand about commodity if you don't already understand about commodity. So basically, it's a very safe instrument because it will never fall to zero. Now, what we have as a method is basically what we do is we look at Codebase. Like you can check it out. It's called COTBASE, codebase.com. So codebase.com has the information collected from a very regulated industry of farmers as well as traders and really large commercial banks and the large speculators as well, who will go in and they will buy the commodity or they will sell the commodity. And all of these are recorded. And you can go to Codebase and you can look at the data, and the data is fully available. So you will know at any time whether people are selling gold. And when I say people, I'm not talking about small speculators like you and me. I'm talking about really the big guys, right? The big boys. And you know whether they are selling or buying gold or they are selling or buying coffee or whatever it is, right? So from that data, and the beautiful part is we know how to read the data, right? We know how to read the data and we're able to interpret that so that we know when we're looking at it, we're saying like, okay, now is the time to go in because coffee is going to go up. There is a lot of buying activity for coffee, example, right? And the next thing then is when do you buy, right? Because just because Codebase has that data and it says that coffee is going up does not mean that today it's going to go up, right? You actually need to know when exactly do you need to enter into the market. And this is where I come in. So when you're taking Shukri's course, he has a course. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. So this whole thing is actually leading into a course that you can take from both of us, from me, myself, and Shukri, who is my mentor. And if you would like to kind of like meet him and have an introduction to him, I will be having a video link below so that I did a short interview with him so that you can see how he looks like and what his perspective is. He has been training for a very, very long time, I think about 20 years, and there's another video link for that you can actually watch, right? But right now, I'm just going to mention his name. He's Shukri, he's my mentor, and he produces this code-based report. And we know from there that we can actually, like, when to go in and when to go out, right? I mean, not when to go in, when to go, when to buy and when to sell, right? And so the next thing that I come in is I have a course that supplement his course because I have found a way in the strategy of the perfect entry. I would call it the almost perfect entry strategy. It's almost perfect. It's not perfect. Where I will be teaching you how to enter into the market, when to enter into the market, and it's based on certain criteria. It's very strict criteria that you can actually use. So when you see that a certain candle is behaving in a certain way, that is when you actually enter into the market. Now, it's not 100%, like I mentioned, it's almost perfect. It's not 100%, but it works because we are playing with commodities. So, the other thing that I would like to share with you is I would normally go in with a 3 months expiration date because we are buying commodity via options. If you don't understand what options is, you may need to sort of like Google it and read this up. But it is a method like um, the other thing I want to say is you don't actually have to learn options to be able to trade this because I will cover what you need to know in my course itself so that you're able to execute and basically make money, right? So there isn't a whole need to actually learn all about options unless you want to, and you can Google about it, you can watch YouTube about what options is all about. But essentially, when we buy commodity, the reason why we're going via options is because if you just buy commodity itself, it is too expensive. Like it is really, really too expensive for laymen like us. So the really best way to do it is actually via options because it's so much cheaper and affordable. And what I'll do is I'll put in a 3 months expiration for any of the options that I go into, right, for commodity. And so even if you are entering not exactly right, like for instance, when we know that COT says coffee is going to go up, but when you're entering in, it may actually pull down a bit, it's fine because it is not going to pull down drastically because already we know from COT that it is going to go up, right? And so with my perfect, almost perfect entry strategy, not exactly perfect, you are nearly there. And so even if it pulls down a bit, you can wait in options and then it'll start going up. And in commodity, the beautiful thing is when it starts going up, it really shoots up or really shoots down, whatever it is. And that is when you can get your 50% to 100% returns. Now, even when it doesn't really go that way, I mean, like really skyrocket or dip down like crazy, um, the moment it turns, because you got your timing wrong or whatever, you can actually get out. And usually you get out with, you know, a little bit of profit, like about $100, maybe sometimes even $30, you know. And there are times when you will lose money. And so far, the I lost money in commodity because of the fact that I couldn't get out in time, right? That is when I lost money, and I haven't actually lost a lot of money. So in fact, to date, right now, as I'm recording this video, I have made like more than 5,000 USD in commodity, but I've only lost like about $200. So it's not a lot, right, comparatively. So basically, what we'll do with you when you are going into our method of trading is that we will teach you to build a portfolio so that you will not be like losing everything, right? In fact, the chances of losing is very small. The chances of winning is very high, and when you actually put that together, it becomes a very high probability trade, and which is why we can get the results that we are getting. All right. So the next thing is when do you exit? You exit by again looking at the charts. There are certain patterns, there are certain things, technicalities that I will be sharing with you in my course so that you know how to exit. The additional thing in my course is mindset because psychology and mindset is so important in trading, and I will be doing that. A lot of healing, a lot of money. I would call it money mentality makeover. I mean, this is a word I coined from another online mentor, but of course my course is nothing like her. But yeah, it's like that. It's like a money mentality makeover that you need, right? Healing from. So the first thing that I do in my course on this you know changing your mind about money and your relationship with money is actually an inner child healing session, which is very good. Like it's really will actually help you change your life, and many of my clients have done this and they love it, and it actually has transformed their lives. So I wouldn't really want to talk about too much on the mindset part, but what I really want to say is this, right? You need the know-how, the fundamentals, like basically everything, and Shukri will be able to teach you that. I will be coming in with the technicals on how to enter and how to exit in terms of my personal strategy in achieving the kind of results that I get. The third thing, which is the magic that seals everything, is when you heal your relationship with money. Um, I find it really hard to explain, but when you heal your relationship with money, you will actually find that your trade gets better. It's really, really hard to explain, and it is only something that you can experience. So Yeah, and I'm offering that experience for you. And if you would like to sign up, there is a class which Shukri has. Um, in fact, depending on when you sign up, he has multiple classes, but there will definitely be at least one class on commodity that he will be teaching. And don't worry about when the class is, because even if you can't attend the class, it's all recorded, and you will be added to his group so that it's a Telegram group that you can ask questions, and he'll be posting constantly about which trade, which instrument is going up, which instrument is going down. Mainly, you will get a report every week so that you can look at that report as your guide and your base to go into trading, right? And the second thing that you will get from me is my class, which is totally online. You can come and join live, or depending on when you join. If it's already over and there is no more live, it's totally fine because you can actually watch all the recording, and I have a Facebook group as well as a Telegram group for you to ask questions. Okay, so if you have any question, once again, please comment or just reach out to me. Reaching out to me is really probably the best at Fabulous at 50s. And yeah, join me. I would really love, I'm really looking forward to helping you to achieve financial freedom in your journey. All right, bye.